Yeah. So what we discussed in the previous class, guys. So we discussed about the single user operating system and the multi-user operating system. So Linux is a which operating system? Guys, Linux is which operating system? Single user operating system or multi-user operating system?
Multi-user.
Yeah. Multi-user operating system. Right. Yeah, Linux is the multi-user operating system, so we can install the Linux. Right? So Linux is a CLI. What is the open source, guys? Open source is nothing but a. So we have a 2 points here. One is free of cost, and second one is source code also available. What is that, guys? Source code also available. So what is source code, guys? So for example, so whatever the software they are deployed, they are developed, right? Either banking, Citibank, or whatever it may be, the software, how the software is developed, the software is developed through code. So right, that code also available, that code also available. If you have the code, right, if you have the code, you can able to modify it your own, right? The same like as the same like so Linux, right? Who developed the Linux and when developed the Linux? Who developed the micro Windows, guys? Who developed the Windows operating system? Microsoft, right? The same way, who developed the Linux operating system? Who developed the Linux operating system, guys? Does anyone knows? Yeah. So
Linux.
that guy, Linus Torvald. So Linus Torvald in 1991, he studied in one of the university, and his mentor is asking to create a new OS. Who is that, guys? Linus Torvald. Who is this? So this is the guy developed the Linux, guys. So who developed the Linux OS? Linux OS developed by Linus Torvald. Linus Torvald, right? So this guy is developed the Linux, right? In 1991, his mentor is asking to create a new OS, but he's created a OS called as a Minix. So which OS he created, guys? He created a Minix OS, and the Minix having some drawbacks. Means there is no networking, there is no internet for the Minix. He overcome those. He overcome those drawbacks, and he created a new OS and thinking to put the new name for this OS. What is that? Thinking to put the new name for this OS. Oh, he created a new OS. No, yes. And so he's thinking to put the new name for this OS. New name for this OS. How OS came into the picture. Yeah. So what is his name, guys? What is his name? Linus Torvald. He took first four letters from his name. What is that? Linus and last letter from Unix. Okay, Unix. Why Unix? I will tell you. This Minix OS is created based on based on Unix OS. Based on Unix OS, that is the reason he took the last name for the Unix and the first four letters from the first four letters from his name. Then finally, how Linux came into the picture, guys? The first four letters from his name and the last letter from Linux. Then Linux came into the picture. Linux came into the picture and he released as a open source. He released as a open source, right? So he released as a open source. Some of the companies took that source code and created their own OS, guys. Something like IBM company. Which company? IBM company took that source code and created their own OS called as a AX Linux OS. The same way HP company also took that source code and created their own OS called as a UX Linux OS. The same way Oracle or Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems created their own OS called as a Solaris. Okay. Solaris OS. Oracle company took that source code and created their own OS called as the Oracle Linux OS. The same way Red Hat INC company took that source code and created their own OS called as a Red Hat CentOS and Fedora. These three OSs they created and Amazon company. Which one, guys? Amazon. Amazon company took that source code and created their own OS called as a Amazon Linux 2 and Amazon Linux 2023. So the same way, Debian company took that source code and created their own OS called as a Ubuntu. Some other companies, SUSE Linux, FreeBSD, okay, and Kali Linux, Rocky Linux. These all are the Linuxes, guys. Guys, so which Linux is popular? The Linux, Oracle Linux, the Red Hat Linux, and the Ubuntu is popular for Ubuntu is popular. So right, so this is Oracle Linux and Amazon Linux copy of CentOS, copy of Red Hat. These are the copied Linux. If you learn any one of these Linux, right, CentOS, Red Hat, Fedora, so it will be very easy to learn. Amazon Linux and Oracle Linux. Amazon Linux and Oracle Linux. So in this course, which Linux we are learning Red Hat, CentOS, or Amazon. Okay, so all are same. If you learn any one, it will be it will be very easy for the other Linuxes also. Great, guys. Yeah. So this is the flavor of the Linux. So what are the versions of the Linux? Red Hat and the CentOS. The versions started so centered to Red Hat 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So currently it's 10, but we will discuss in the 9. So we will discuss the CentOS 9, CentOS 9 in this course. Which Linux we are discussing about? CentOS 9. Right. Yeah. So what is that? This is the Dell PowerEdge R710, sir. Okay. Yeah. So what is the design and plan, right? Plan. So we are buying the server Dell PowerEdge. What is the server, guys? Dell PowerEdge R710. So Dell PowerEdge R710 is the server, and which OS is installed on this machine? You installed the CentOS 9 on this machine. So then you install the Java and Tomcat. Tomcat, a web server. Then you deployed the code here. You deployed the code, right? So right, this is the code, and end users are using this website. But where you kept this website? So if you want to see, so what you need, guys? We need a internet, right? So we need a internet. So you took the ISP of a
Sir,
internet. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
In which language they used to create Linux?
C.
C language.
Yes.
Okay.
The combination of and C, C++. More majorly, they are used C and C++.
Okay. Okay. Sir.
Okay. Yeah. So right. So you have a internet. So you have a internet. So which internet you took? Something like Geo Fiber. Okay. You have a internet, right? So you connected to the. You have a power also. You have a power and internet. Where you kept this server? You kept this server in your home. Okay. That end users will be using this. Yeah, these all are the end users. End users are connecting. The website is that Facebook or WhatsApp website is looks good. Now end users are using this website. End users are using this website. So 1 week there is no power outage and there is no internet outage. So only we have in home only we have one power and we have only one internet. If power goes down, it will automatically down the server. So that time the site will be reached or the site cannot be reached, guys. The site cannot be reached, right? So after 1 week, so every day thousand people are signing up their account, and after 1 week, 7,000 people are using this website. This website after 1 week, so every 1 hour the power goes down and came back. Every 1 hour the power goes down and came back. Came back. The same like as a every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, the internet goes down and came back. So these times, is that application available or that website is able to access or not? No, we will not access the we will not access the website on this outage, right? People are hesitated and removed their account from the WhatsApp, right? So finally, how many people are there? After 1 week, only 1,000 people are using this website, right? So before it is 7,000, now it is 1,000. They decreases from 7,000 to 1,000, right? So we need a solution. So I don't want a power outage. I don't want an internet outage. I want to be run. I want to run this application on 24 by 7. How we can run it, guys? What is the solution we need? We need a power backup and we need an internet backup. So who will provide this solution? Guys, who will provide this solution? The solution will be provided by the guys. What we need a multiple internet backups. We need a multiple internet backups. If one internet goes down, it will automatically switch to another one. It will automatically switch to another one. It will automatically switch to another one. Who will provide this solution? So who will provide this solution? This solution will be provided by the data center. What is that, guys? Data center. So what is the data center, guys? So data center is nothing but what they are providing. They are providing a They are providing a multiple power backups and they are providing multiple internet backups, and they are providing a rental space to keep our server. They are providing a rental space to keep our servers, data centers. So, what is a data center? Data centers are a secure, specialized physical facilities that house networked computer, storage systems, and IT infrastructure necessary for processing and storing and distributing the massive amounts of data. They are the backbone of modern digital services, including cloud computing, AI, and everything. Okay, what they are providing infrastructure and support systems and drives and growth. So, what is a data center? Data centers are providing the rental space for to keep our servers, to keep our, you see guys, these all are the racks. What this is, control S. Control S is the one of the CTRLS data. What is this guys? Controllers is Asia's largest rated four-tier data center. What they are providing? They are providing the racks to to store your servers. To store your servers. For example, this is the data center. Okay, in this data center, what they are providing? Data center racks. You see, guys. So these all are the data center racks. Okay. So how you are providing, how you are keeping your servers? You are keeping your servers in these racks. In this racks. Guys, understood? You see, right? Now you understood? So how they are keeping the servers? They are keeping the servers in the racks. They are keeping the servers in the racks. They are providing the internet, multiple internet backups and the multiple power backups. Your server will not, your server will not down. Your server will not down because of they are providing the multiple types of multiple internet backups and power backups. Guys, now you understood? So what is a data center? So where we are keeping our servers, guys? So we are keeping our servers in the data center. What data center is provided? Data center is provided the rental space for to keep our server, to keep our server storage, everything they are providing, networking, everything. So that is nothing but a data center is nothing but a. So we are keeping these servers in the data center. Okay. For example, this is the data center. So this is the rack. Okay, so this is the data center. So what we call it, this data center is nothing but what data center is provides. Data center is provides the infrastructure as a service. What that is, guys? IaaS. What is IaaS, guys? Infrastructure as a infra as a service. Infra as a service. What we call it as, we call it as a data center or on-premise environment. Data center or on-premise. So on-premise environment. Guys, now you understood? So what is a data center? Data center provides the racks and the internet power backup. You need to keep your servers in the racks. They will provide the, they will run up and they will run 24 by 7 and 365 days. They will run your servers 24 by 7 and 365 days. Guys, now you understood. So how you are deploying, how you are keeping your servers? You are keeping your servers in the data center. Data center. Guys, understood? Yes, understood, right? Yeah. Now, so this is your what this is the server. So this is the server, right? So what is a website, guys? Does anyone knows what is website? Guys, does anyone knows what is a website and types of websites? Guys, speak out, guys. Guys, guys, which websites you know?
Not sure, sir. Not idea.
www.amazon.com. What this is, guys? This is a website, right? What this is? This is a website. www.facebook.com or amazon.in or .com. So this is the website. So right. So this is the website. So what is a website? How they developed the website? And so what website this is? What website this is? Yes, what website that is? Hmm? Guys, what developers are developing? So this is the design. So in this design, we have only chat and contacts and the status. Chat, contacts and the status. So how many pages we have? Guys, here how many pages?
Three.
Three pages. Okay. Status and contacts. So how many pages we have? Three pages. So what this is? This is the WhatsApp website. So how many pages are there? Three pages are there. So what is a WhatsApp? A collection of web pages is nothing but a website. A collection of web pages is nothing but a website, right? What is a website? Collection of a website is a collection of related web pages that live on the internet and are accessed using the web browser. So each website has a unique address, something like a www.facebook.com. So this is the website. In this website, how many web pages are there? Three web pages are there. So collection of web pages is nothing but a website. Collection of web pages is nothing but a website. Right, guys? Collection of web pages is nothing but a website. Website. So website types of websites. There are two types of website: static
Sir,
website and dynamic
sir, what
website.
is a web page?
Yeah, very good. So what is a web page? So website, web page. programs. So what is a website, guys? Collection of web pages. Collection of web pages is nothing but a website. What is a web page? Collection of what is that? Collection of programs. How chart website is created? Collection of programs is nothing but a collection of programs is nothing but a web web page. What is a program? Connection of lines. Connection of so collection of lines is nothing but a program. So collection of programs is nothing but a web page. Collection of web pages is nothing but a website. Understood? Guys, guys understood? Zubair, Gauss, guys understood?
Sir,
Yeah.
collection of line,
Collection of
collection of lines. And what is this?
program. How you can write the programs? You can write the programs in the lines, right? This is okay, this is one line, this is another line, this is another line, this is another line. This is nothing but a program, right? Collection of lines. Collection of lines is nothing but a program. A collection of programs is nothing but a page, web page. Collection of web page is nothing but a website. Understood? How you can write the program? Collection of lines. Collection of lines. How you can write the multiple programs? Collection of pages. Collection of programs is nothing but a web page. Collection of web page is nothing but a website. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Yeah. Now, so types of website. So types of websites. Websites are dynamic website and static website. So static website is nothing but a just a developer develop that code and so we cannot log into the server or we cannot upload the images. We cannot download video. Everything we cannot do in the static website. Static website is nothing but just a pages. So we cannot do anything. We can see the pages. For example, Wikipedia or something like college websites. They are not maintaining the dynamic website because of they are just know about the college. They are providing only the web pages. That pages are showing the college information. But when comes to the e-commerce website, e-commerce website. So definitely we need a database for communication, messaging, and something like video uploading, image uploading. We need a storage, right? Where we can get that storage? The storage will get from the database. The storage will get from the database. The dynamic. So something like a dynamic website needs to involve a web server and database server to store the data. Where they can store the data? They can store the data in the database server. How many servers we need, guys, for uh, for something like for what is that dynamic website? For the dynamic website we need a app server and a database server. Why we need a database server? To store the data, password information or something like images, videos, whatever the information will be stored under the database. Guys understood what that is? That is a app server and a DB server. How many servers we need? So for the dynamic website, we need a two servers. Those are app server and a database server. What this is? This is the app server, and we need app server. This is a app server, and this is database server. Right? Yeah. So whatever the developers, okay, developers, developers develop that code, and so developers develop that code, and where they can test it, they can test it in the which environment, they can test it in the development environment, right? They need to test it if the application is working fine or not. In which environment they will test it. Who are these? These are the developers. Who are these? These are the developers. Developers will test it in the development environment. Who are these? Developers. Developers will test it in the development environment. So development ENV. Right. Once they test it, we need to move forward to the testing, right? Testing in the SDLC build, next testing. So we need to test the application. Again, they need a environment called as a testing environment. What the environment? They did not directly test it in the production. They need to test it in the testing environment. What this is the testing environment. Testing ENV. Once the testing is done, or something like if they found anything, they directly move that any bug, they will create the bug, and assign it to the developers. Assign it to the developers, and the developer team again. Okay, who is this? Okay, the team. Okay, who is testing team? Who is this, guys? Testing team will test the application, all the functionalities. Test the application. Okay. So finally, end user will use this application. In which environment end user will use this application? Who are these are the testers. They are testing the application. Who are, guys? Testing team. Testing team will test the application and it is working fine or not. The next is so so live environment. Live environment means www.facebook.com. That is the live environment, right? So www.amazon.com. This will be deployed under the production environment. So this will be deployed under the production environment. So who will deploy this environment? Guys, who will deploy this? Who will deploy it in the production environment? The DevOps team. Who is, guys? DevOps team will deploy this code in the development environment. Development environment. Who will deploy? The DevOps team. Here, who is working on this team? A DevOps team will deploy the application into the production. Then who will test this application? The testing team will test the application. Testing team will test the application. If something goes wrong, so again they will test the application. So if it is working fine, nothing to worry about. But if you are facing any issue in the production, definitely what we need to involve. So we need to involve the development to validate at the application level. To validate at the application level. Guys, understood? Now we understood a real-time environment. What these are? A real-time So real-time environments. So how many environments we have? We have three environments. So one is development, other one is testing, the final one is the production environment. Which environment, guys? This is the production environment. Okay. So this is the production environment. These two environments are the who are the end users? So the end users are testing team and development team. So if something goes wrong on the this development environment or testing environment, who will have an issue?
Development.
Internal development team or a testing team having the issue. Okay, but the production, if something goes wrong on the production server, the entire end user, the entire application is down. Who will suffer, guys? The end user will suffer and having an issue with the production deployment, production servers. We need to resolve as soon as possible. If something goes wrong on related to uh, server side, you need to ask to run team to get it involved. If something like a PE team, platform engineering team, you can involve platform engineering team. They will check it. They will check it. You guys understood what real-time environments are? So real-time environments are three types of environments. So one is prod, test, and development. So prod test is nothing but a local, and something like development and testing is nothing but a local, and production is nothing but a it's a business impact. What is that, guys? Business impact. How we can deploy the release at non-window business hours. So right, we need to deploy it in business hours, and it will not deploy it on the non-business hours. Non-business hours is nothing but a they are working in it. They are working in it. If you want, you can migrate anything related to after 12 p.m. only. 12 p.m. only. Guys, understood? Guys, done real-time environments. Understood, right? So, for example, you can take a bike or a taxi, bike or car or something like lorry or a bus, guys. So, first developer develop the car or bike. Then who will test it if the brake brakes are working fine or not? The accelerator is working fine or not? Something like how much speed it is it is something like a how many kilometers it will travel, something like we can set it up, and that QA team will validate all the things, and then they can move it to the showrooms. If something goes wrong, again they will send it to the development team and resolve the issue, then again come to the come to the showroom, and they will repeat, right? Our showroom bikes or our showroom car is nothing but a production environment. So directly this that is already deployed. You just go it and use it only. Just go and take and use it only. You guys understand now about the real-time environment? Right here, how many CentOS? How many CentOS we need, guys? Here we need to install the CentOS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to install the CentOS some 6 times. We need to patch it. We if want to modify anything in 6 servers, we need to modify. So per environment, how many servers we need? Two servers, a dev environment, a QA environment, a pod environment. Guys understood? Guys understood or not? The application will be deployed on the development environment and production environment. So what we call it is what we call it in the environments. I will tell you, guys. Staging, integration, UAT, SIT, pre-prod, prod, prod, guys. Sandbox, SIT, SAT, prod, QA, QA team, QA environment. QA environment, right? So staging, development environment, pre-prod, staging, sit, okay, UAT. So these all are the non-prod environments. Prod is nothing but a production and live environment. Guys, understood? Guys, understood or not? Guys, understood? Speak out, guys.
Sir, what is staging?
What is?
Staging.
Yeah, staging and development both are same. Okay, some companies are treating as a staging, some companies are treating as a development. So integration QA is same. SAT integration QA is same. So pre-prod is nothing but a before prod. Sandbox also pre-prod. It's a pre-prod environment. Okay, production environment. So pre-prod environment. So sometimes we call it as UAT is nothing but a user acceptance test. So it is also a QA. Yes, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you.
And
So
sir,
we'll continue.
what is sandbox?
Yeah, both sandbox environments, integration environment. So both are same. Sandbox integration UAT. UAT is nothing but a user acceptance test. Staging, integration, sandbox, all these are related to QA environments only. Some companies are creating as a testing, some companies are treating as a certification, some companies are treating as a sit, some companies are treating as a UAT, some companies are treating as a sandbox anymore. Okay.
Sir, testing related sandboxes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yep. Thank you guys. Thank you. We'll continue from tomorrow.